Aloha to everyone. Let's continue with the Baron's family.
The Witcher's contact in Velen was to be Hendrik, the Emperor's spy. Hendrik was operating incognito in that war-ravaged land. His mission, to gather intelligence about Ciri. Yet Geralt arrived too late. The Wild Hunt had reached Hendrik first. The Witcher learned nothing from the spy's corpse, but the Wraiths had failed to find his notes. Geralt read them and knew that Ciri had been a guest of the Bloody Baron, a local warlord, and that she'd quarreled with a witch.
Go, go.
Monster in my manor. Good people, my ancestral farmstead, Reardon Estate, is infested with monsters. The manor house and all the surroundings have been occupied, leaving one most dreadfully afraid to even take a peek, let alone live therein. That manor is all that I have left to cherish in this life, so I plead for mercy. Whoever can find the charity in their soul to help an old woman in need, come see me, and in return you shall receive my eternal gratitude. Dolores Reardon. Contract on God know what on. Good folk, walking in the woods recently I spied some odd tracks and couldn't for the life of me figure out what led them, even though many a hunt under my belt. You know me, I am not one to make a fuss, but I can't help but reckon they both ill, and we all should be on guard. And if anyone sees something or figures he can identify the tracks, come see me. For the reward. Huntsman of Lindenvale. Contract. Monster in the cemetery. People of Lindenvale and thereabouts. You've got any notion of wandering over to the graveyard, rid yourself of it at once, for some evil's taken it over, digging up graves and doing other such damage. Lately it's begun preying on any who enter, and has even kidnapped the miller's lad. So if you have an ounce of sense, stay far from it, and you have the courage and skill, slay the monster for us, and your efforts will surely be rewarded. Now we've got the undiscovered location as well, which means question marks. In the area. Here we have a secret stash. Enhanced Hangman's Venom. Wonderful, but first we need the Hanged Man's oil before we can make the level 2 oil.
Kill him, strip him, then dump him in a ditch! I'll rip off your melon and shit down your neck! Come on! They'd have eaten me alive for certain. Corpses must have drawn him. Thank you for not leaving me there. Seems luck's with me at times after all.
Luck? Guess things could be worse. You get infected recently? That why you haul corpses?
What? No, it's my job. Well paid too.
Thing is, you're not a witcher or a mage, so you're not immune.
I'm no foul mutant, thank the gods. But no worries, eh? It's just, well, no illness ever holds me.
How did this happen?
Axle snapped first. So, I poked me in underneath, see if I could fix it. Then out of the blue, a howl from the woods. My mare reared as if a wolf had already clinched her hind. The cart tipped and whoa, the cargo fell right on top of me.
Your horse run off?
Aye, damn thing bolted. Ain't that my luck? If it don't rain, a wagon of stiffs pours on me head.
Gonna need a new cart. Gotta burn this one, soon.
Can't I just bury the stiffs somewhere near? Cart's still fit for fixing.
Anyone learns you carried plague victims in it, no one will ever hire you again.
Why would they need to learn? I won't tell if you don't.
And you'll spread the pox for miles around.
Oh, needs must, I suppose. Got anything to start a fire with? Well, lit up like a bale of straw. Am I ever lucky I ran into ye? Thanks for your help and wise counsel.
Here's some more. Go home, burn those clothes, and scrub yourself thoroughly.
Yo, sure, but I tell you true, no blight could touch me.
Sure hope so. Farewell.
Fuck it.
You die, scum!
Form a row!
Shit!
What? Lost your nerve?
Die in agony! He comes! Shit! Blast! Good you like a hawk?
Come on, come closer.
Squeeze it through! You fucking arse munch! You die in agony! One more! Flank him! Flank him! Fucking shit!
A wolf ate my grain.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock. Farewell.
Don't scare me, younguns.
Looks like rain.
What?
Farewell.
What?
Got anything interesting?
Blizzard. Wonderful potion. Bravehack decoction. Earth elemental decoction.
Farewell.
Blizzard slows the time. When you slay an enemy.
Time to end this.
Come to battle. Right, me lovers, to work. Kill if you love the gods.
Let me see. Let's continue.
Go, go. Any last words?
No miś prankings, nothing interesting.
That stench.
Come on. Don't let him catch his breath! Fucking bastard! Oh, you witch fucker!
Necrophages, if I remember correctly. And they're level 9. Almost double our level.
Bastard.
Crumpled notes. Soldiers have come. Whether ours or theirs, don't know. Don't really matter anymore. I heard them riding down the road. Hit. Nail the door shut. Maybe they won't get in. They spent the whole night killing and raping. I saw it all through the cracks in the wall. Bit my finger to the bone trying to keep from screaming. Don't know if anyone else managed to hide. Maybe not. I saw them drag Antosh out. He had hid in the fields next to the haystack where he had stashed his things. They trailed him. They heard me. No, I'm in here. I didn't open up when they pounded. I thought they would burn me out just like they did those who hid in the granary. Then they got on their horses, rode off. Why? No. All I can hear is the flies circling the body. I tried to knock open the door, open the window, dig myself out, make a hole in the wall or the roof. Nothing doing. I heard people who came to rob corpses. Don't know of what. All's left is sewed shirts and full trappings. I called for help. They didn't answer. Only ones who will come now are the ghouls. Out of the frying pan into the fire. Luckily, now we have the Hangman Venom, which is better than Beasto because Beasto only adds damage to the beast, while Hangman Venoms does damage to beasts and humans. That's why you shouldn't be making beast oil. And I only need Mandrake. I will definitely go and buy one. So my attacks will do 24% more, and on that marsh it will be enough to lower the damage reduction bonus that the enemies have. Now you can see that you can imbue your steel sword with the Hangman Venom. To find the treasure, you must go to the haystack. It is right here. Мне кажется. Drabik, listen up, you stupid git. Go on keeping the treasure out for all to see like that. We won't keep it very long at all. What? You think we're the only bandits around? Well, knowing what a fool you are, perhaps you do. So here's me telling you, no, we ain't. So be a good little dunce and hide it somewhere where only you and me will know how to find it again. Otherwise, I'll turn your arse till it's red as a watermelon. And we have a treasure hunt, which is right here. I don't need to switch the quests because I played this game so many times. It is guarded by neckers, most of which
Damn, you're
I killed. I killed already. Where the Archer Amberson? But we don't have poisoning. Now it's time to go to Oxenford and trade our items.
Heard of the Dryhead Brigade?
Alright, and your guardians help me with those dogs. Now let me see. We'll go here.
Come on now.
There's a fast traveler. Come on, really? What's the chance?
Let's go! Choked to death on 3 pounds of steel.
Run, Roach.
Stay out of my way.
And here are the Redanians, guarding the Oxenford.
Giddy up.
Proud of it. Soldiers.
Got a pass? Cool. We don't need a pass.
pass were from Novigrad, 8 generations and more. The war cost us in Vizima, business, you know.
No pass, no passage.
Please, have mercy. Don't turn us back to Velen. You don't know what it's like there.
And you don't seem to know what it's like when a soldier disobeys orders. Telling you for the last time. No pass, no passage. I'm watching you.
Honor in the fatherland.
No passage! Halt! No passage!
Case of the plague surface in the city or something?
The plague? No. We're to not let folk in the city. It's an order, so I don't, unless someone's got a pass.
Who ordered the city gates closed?
Word is the king himself. Doesn't want paupers and refugees pissing all over his beautiful city. Apart from which, when folk can go hither and thither, always a chance some spy will slink through. This way, spies got it harder. So, no pass, no passage.
What kind of pass are we talking about?
Well, a normal one. A transit pass.
Who issues them?
How should I know? I'm a lowly soldier.
Farewell.
Thou shall not pass.
Long live Radovid!
There are a couple of ways you can get the pass. One of which was here. If we didn't spare the life of the Scoia'tael, the Guardian will give us a pass. But this man here was trading passes, of course, that will grant us access here and here. And I'll show you the third way. And the third way, believe it or not, is someone who was
Whoa there, Roach.
a Temerian soldier.
You can't fight disease. Defeatism and desertion.
And his connections amongst the
Come on.
administration in Oxenford.
Long live Radovid!
And ironically, that's the man to whom we are going right now. It's the Bloody Baron itself. Himself, actually. Himself. Come on, Roach. Why you are coming from here?
That's it, Roach.
You, white one. Think you're too strong.
Could use some hair of the hand.
Remember me?
Stable hand pulled you out of the fire.
We'll never forget that. Here, I'm grateful.
Thank you. It's wonderful when people are grateful and appreciate what you do for them and to them. The Baron, excuse me, the Baron should be in the garden. But where was the garden? Think. Here.
Witcher, a word, please. Believe we've not had the pleasure. They call me the Sergeant. Left over from my army days, you understand. When me and Philip, meaning the Baron, served under a Temerian banner. Wanted to ask you about something.
What is it?
That night, when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside. What did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't eat. Just sits.
A love letter? My dearest husband, I breathed a sigh of relief after reading your last letter. I'm so glad you're on the mend after your injury. I know how upset you must be at having to spend the next few weeks in a field hospital, but my heart rejoices that you will not be risking your life on the battlefield. Tamara grows and grows and grows. She can even stand up now, if she holds on to something, though she is still quite unsteady on those chubby little legs. She needs constant minding, for every time I turn my back, she's climbing onto the table and grabbing whatever her little hands can find. Yesterday she almost poured a bowl of hot soup all over herself. I think I will take on that Miller girl as help, because I'm afraid one day I won't catch Tamara in time. Especially now, when you're gone and I must look after all our household affairs myself. Dear Philip, I miss you dreadfully and eagerly await your return. Every day I pray to Melitele for your health, and our daughters, and for our family to be whole once more. I hope this horrible war will end soon. I love you. Yours forever, Anna. A letter of love.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Daya most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Your loss. It must hurt. Bad. But there wasn't anything we could do.
No. Not now. Not anymore. It was too late. That was clear. Should have acted earlier. Taken them all from this damned Velen. In this hole. This Reesty mire. Nothing could go right here.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out. Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenfurt.
What the blazes? She all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
No, but I talked to the man who helped her escape and then took her in. Tamara is safe and sound. From what I gathered, she has no desire to see you again, no intention to return.
I shan't trust some peasant dolt. I shan't trust whoever it is helped her. I need to know for certain she's safe. Go to her. You must be sure. See her yourself. I shan't believe anyone else.
That much I can do.
I'm grateful. Take this, call it enticement, and this might prove useful.
What is it?
A letter of safe conduct. Ever since the Redanians took hold of the Pontard Delta, they made it damned hard to get to Novigrad without one. Very well. You were to find them both. What of Anna? Learned anything?
Nothing yet, but I'm on her trail.
Well, What are you waiting for?
For you to tell me about Ciri, like we agreed.
Fine. A word once given. When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs, gone stiff from so much bed rest. That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, were he still among the living. Ciri, come! Our haunt should be yours as I see it.
Oh, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
At Kaer Morhen.
Witcher school there, aye. But they only took lads, as I recall.
They made an exception for me.
Right. Mean to say you're a she-witcher?
Not entirely. The mutations, I was never subjected to them. But everything else I know, I learned from the witches there.
Know any of them potions?
Not so much. A bit.
Because you see, at times I get this pinching back here.
Shut it, Egrin. Nobody cares about your backside. A woman could swing a sword. I've knowed one. But never seen a lady mount anything but a cock proper. All tipsy on horseback. Nothing strange on account they bloody mount them sideways.
Perhaps you'd care to wager?
Think you can outrun me on an horse? Naturally. What's the stake?
Black mare. The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do at all.
Well, that's an awfully gloomy face. Too much of a coward to race a woman?
The horse is mine.
To race the Baron himself. I'd consider it an honor.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold.
Would it ever?
Done. And if I win, I take your sword.
Agreed.
I'd not drink any more this night. You'll want your head about you. And we start at daybreak. The day dawns.
Ready?
As ever, first one to the tower.
Here's the secret chest. You see?
Come on, Ciri, don't you embarrass us.
The first time I remember
Had one just like it.
I didn't know how to use the double shift so my horse will run faster, and I was embarrassed that I wasn't able to win. But then I learned how to make proper horse races.
You're wind, not woman. Worthy of the best horse. The mare is yours.
Thank you.
What?
A basilisk.
Another chance to win.
She screamed like a mad woman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. Every man ran to save his skin, even were he to break his neck.
And they make it?
Some, aye. Others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
Working on it.
And making piss-poor progress.
They split up. Hadn't considered that possibility before. But don't worry. I'll find Anna too. Can't help wondering why you made a deal with the Nilfgaardians.
What could I do? Cast myself at them and die a hero? Fuck a hero's death. Fuck death.
Rather live as a traitor.
Ere long, none will remember it. Temeria is no more. There's naught left to betray.
The local Nilfgaardian garrison doesn't look that strong.
What of it? Even were I to attack, cut them down to a man, others will come soon. Black Ones will flood this land, take control before long. Sure as we've all got arseholes, they will.
How'd you wind up here? Just curious.
It's no secret. I was a Temerian soldier. My unit smashed at the war's start. Soon after, we lost hope of regrouping, driving the foe back. Those who remained wandered north. Others, deserters or merely broken men, joined us. We were a snowball rolling down a slope. By the time we reached Crow's Perch, I commanded a sizable force.
Just march into the fortress, make yourselves at home?
With Nilfgaard advancing, the local lord had fled, abandoned the Perch. Once this war's over and Nilfgaard's victorious, the Black Ones will grant me a title. All talk of a self-proclaimed baron will cease.
Heard anything about there being witches in Velen?
I pay no heed to peasant babbling. Common folk see witches, wizardry, devils, and who knows what the fuck else every which way they turn.
So long.
Like you got soused last night too.
Wait, Witcher! When you find my daughter, will you give her this?
A rag doll?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? How may I assist you?
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Got draconic letter. We will need it.
So long.
Oi, lads, fancy an outing to
You
find
look
that
familiar.
sheep?
Been the Smiths, lass. Gap-toothed one.
Got a bad idea. Nice tits on her.
I'm talking about the Shrieker, wreaking havoc in the peasants' coops now.
Are you balmy? Oh, we got us a hero looking to save the common folk.
Indeed, I will do
Fancy a gander
with the
at our little
Shrieker
stockpile.
pretty soon.
Show me what you got. See ya.
Hey-ya!
Got their asses whipped like a Novigrad whore.
You surprised? They tried to dance with a witcher.
Where'd he come from?
I'll go to
Geralt and Yennefer
White
were
Orchard.
reunited, but something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her.
In order to buy
Greetings.
the Mary set,
Let me have a look at your stock.
the trousers. Much better. And the Temerian boots. I'll use Assassin's Gauntlet. That's why I won't buy them now.
Take care.
Not bad.
Will you go to the Welling Hovel instead?
Let me have... Take care.
Now Geralt is looking much better. All we need is Battle Frenzy at level 6, and we will deal critical hits very often. Let's go to Oxenford.
The Witcher's contact in Velen was to be Hendrik, the Emperor's spy. Hendrik was operating incognito in that war-ravaged land. His mission, to gather intelligence about Ciri. Yet Geralt arrived too late. The Wild Hunt had reached Hendrik first. The Witcher learned nothing from the spy's corpse, but the Wraiths had failed to find his notes. Geralt read them, and knew that Ciri had been a guest of the Bloody Baron, a local warlord, and that she'd quarreled with a witch.
And we will talk with Tamara, and then I'm going to save.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steel.
And you see now that we need to investigate all the remaining leads, which means that I need to find the witch and hopefully learn more about
Let's go.
Long live Radovid.
Baron's wife, Anna.
A pass.
Come,
the past was Novigrad 8 generations and more.
Honor in the fatherland.
Halt! You need to present a pass if you want to cross.
This what you mean?
Let me look at that. Missing a seal, the red one.
Impossible.
Department of Civil Defence forgot again. They're really off their heads these days. Happens, so be it. You may come through.
Come through.
I shall pass.
Come on, Roach.
Long live Radovid!
Long live Excellence.
Stay out of my way.
Beware of trolls. Caution. A troll is being seen and heard to the east of Oxenford, on the left bank of the Pontar. Said troll has been known to sing Redanian marching tunes. It is suspected that this is part of some Nilfgaardian diversion tactic. It is recommended that this area be avoided until the appropriate branch of His Majesty's services can take care of the problem. In the event of an encounter with a troll, it is recommended to remain immobile, keeping low to the ground and covering one's head with one's arms. There exists a chance that the beast will not then attack, or it will mistake the potential victim thus situated for a rock. Berto Bertolomeu, Captain of the Garrison. Contract, Monster in Oxenford. By orders of our most magnanimous ruler, King Radovid V, any itinerant monster slayer reading this notice is obliged to abandon any currently unresolved contracts immediately and devote himself to tracking and slaying this monster. Beast in question has befouled the cradle of human intellect, city within whose territory lies the oldest of academies of learning, namely Oxford. Swordsman who puts an end to its criminal doings will be rewarded with the king's full generosity. Commander of the Oxenford City Regiment. Beast in the Oxenford Forest. If you know no fear and seek work, read this notice, for the call contained therein will be of great interest to you. Henceforth, Sidaris, soldier of fortune and veteran of many wars, hereby makes known the following. Being greatly concerned about the fate of the local peasantry, which suffers horribly from the attacks of some monster nesting in the forest near Oxenford, I have decided to grant a purse of Novigrad crowns to the man who slays his beast. Yet may it be known that any man who comes to me without a trophy shall receive no gold, but instead shall be tossed out on his arse so hard he shan't sit again till the end of his days. Hans of Sidaris, world-famous soldier of torture, numerous wars, honored member of the Order of the Lily. Gwent, we will skip this. Careful, there is a swindler about. Attention, countrymen! Don't get taken in by the platitudes and false prophecies dealt in by a certain so-called soothsayers dwelling in Benkelham. This man calls himself a sage, but knows as much about diving the future as any toothless village hack. And all he truly cares about is extracting coin from the unwary. Don't let him cheat you, it will only encourage him. Lipe Canalia, year student in the Faculty of Medicine and Herbology at Oxenford Academy. Actually, I want to see this sage. And the game becomes more and more interesting because we have so many contracts, although most of them you see are red because they're for levels that are beyond us right now. Let me see, where was the
Honor in the fatherland.
entry door?
I'm looking for Tamara, the Bloody Baron's daughter. Your brother said I'd find her here.
Wojtek sent you, sir.
How else would I know she was here?
Wait a moment. I'll fetch her straight away.
You're looking for me, and who might you be? My father sent you?
Yeah, to see if you're still alive. And well. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well, Geralt of Rivia. Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine, and now that you've seen me, I bid you farewell.
Wait.
We've nothing more to talk about.
Got every right to be angry at your father, but he's worried about you.
I have a right. Thank you kindly. So good to have the approval of his hired thug. And my father worries only about what to get soused on next.
He's no saint, that's clear. But he's got the whole province on its feet looking for you. Finding you and your mother, seems to me there's nothing more important to him now. I know evil men. He's not one of them.
Shame he never showed such concern before. Especially for my mother.
He made a mistake and knows that. I'm not defending him, just saying that maybe he's come to realize what he's done, and what you mean to him.
Oh, wonderful. I'll bear that in mind. Did you really come all the way here just to tell me that?
Before I agreed to look for you, your father told me his version of events. Tell me yours.
Mine? It's dull as life amidst the swamps. My earliest memories are of a drunken father lying under the stairs, caked in mud and clutching a bottle. Next dozen years, pretty much the same. Father would drink, disappear for days, then come home in a rage and send furniture flying. Thank the gods for war. I was glad every time they sent him off. And the quarrels. I remember him screaming at Mum, the thuds as he beat her, then her sobbing. I'd hide under my bed and long for silence. That's the long and short of it. Multiply by 19 and there you have my life. Finally, we'd had enough, Mum and me. He crossed the line and we fled.
I don't mean to pry, but I know your mother had a miscarriage.
His doing? He shoved her, she fell, that's how it started. We were alone, no one to help, blood everywhere. Worst night of my life.
Sorry. Must have been hard for you both.
Mum was in shock. She was raving that it was better this way, that she never wanted the child. Must have had a fever, she was losing blood the whole time.
She didn't want the child?
Said she'd sooner cut open her gut than bear another child from his seed.
Such a tough story.
Wojtek claims your mother had strange marks on her hands, and that a monster dragged her into the woods. That true?
We were riding towards the river. Suddenly, Mum cried out, bent over, almost fell off her horse. I rode up to her and saw something strange. Her hands were on fire. And then that creature leapt from the woods. I don't know what it was, but it roared so fierce my nose bled. I saw it topple trees. I've never been so scared in my life. And that thing grabbed my mum and disappeared into the woods. I wanted to turn back, go after them, but the horses panicked. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
What will you do now?
Find my mum?
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends. They'll help me.
Who are these friends, if it's not a secret?
No secret. Heard of the Church of the Eternal Fire? A priest helped me contact the Redanian witch hunters. Righteous, brave men. They'll help me.
Hence the candlesticks in your room. So you believe in the eternal fire?
Once the heat of the fire has set your heart aflame, it gives you strength and leads you down the path of truth for the rest of your life. I hope it'll bless you with its warmth one day.
Thanks. Thing is, fire's tricky. It's easy to get burned. What about your father?
Who? Oh, him. I don't care. I won't go back to him. That bit of my life? Forgotten it already.
Well, well. A witcher. Never thought the Baron would stoop to hiring a monster slayer. Though I hear you're good at tracking things down.
Desperate fathers have been known to do a lot to find their daughters.
Unexpected from a witcher. I thought your mutations cleansed you of humanity. Stripped you of emotions.
You don't need mutations to strip men of their humanity. I've seen plenty of examples.
Indeed.
Glad you know who I am. Haven't introduced yourself, though.
Graden, witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Rings a bell.
If the Bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it. You will fail in your task.
I appreciate your concern, but I don't need it. As for Tamara, she can make her own decisions.
Noble of you. A killer for hire abandoning his bounty for the good of another. The Hunters and the Church of the Eternal Fire thank you.
Where are you gonna take her?
Tamara must rest. She's had a harrowing experience. When the warmth of the Eternal Fire has restored her strength, we shall see about finding her mother.
Before you go, your father asked me to give you this.
Clara? Father told you to give me Clara. Funny how he thought to buy me back with a memory. Tell him one gesture could never make up for a ruined childhood. So long, Witcher. In spite of all, I'm grateful you gave me a choice. Didn't force me to go back to the tyrant.
Hope you know what you're getting yourself into. So long, and good luck.
What can I get you? Have everything from apples to salad.
Bacon, please. A bottle of ink.
Oh, an apple. Requisition all the same as you want. If you seek justice, I am a witcher.
What can I do with you for? If I ain't got it today, say the word and I'll have it tomorrow.
Let me see. Might pick something.
We need this paint. And after a couple of videos you will know why.
So long.
Everyone to me! To me!
Here I shall stop after distributing my skill point. actually locating it here. Battle Frenzy. Wonderful. Now we will have 24% of critical hit chance if we don't use our adrenaline points for casting signs. And Skellige Longsword. Much better damage, although we lose 10% of critical hit chance, but still it's better. Let's not forget to make the Hanged Man's oil. And then I will save the game.
White wolf, wise wolf. What is it the wolf needs?
Herbs, of course.
Could use a few potion ingredients. Show me what you got.
No, it was Mandrake root. Alright. Mandrake. Root. Enhanced hybrid, we need Erinaya. Erinaya. I. Thank you all for watching. It was a lengthy video. Thank you. See you soon.